Hi guys, thank you for joining me. What I'm starting to do today is a review of one of the products that I got in my September Ipsy bag, and this is one of the skincare products. So this is going to be a longer review because I'm going to use it over 3 weeks / as long as the product lasts for, knowing that it's a sample. The product that we are going to be testing in this video is the Épicé Restorative Toner. That is the product right there. What I'm going to do is put some time marks down below in the description box because I'll probably go through a bit of information here. So if there's certain information you want to know, or if you want to skip ahead to a different part of the video, you can do that. Just look for the timestamps underneath. Épicé was not a brand that I had heard of before, and I am trying to say that with a bit of a French accent, being a Canadian. My French is awful compared to some other Canadians, but I do know a little bit of how to pronounce it. But it was not a brand I had heard of. So you see the French name and you think, maybe this is a French skincare brand. It is not. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking at some notes that I made from going to their website and finding out some more information. Épicé was founded by a dermatologist, dermapathologist, and biochemist, Dr. Michael Spicer. So, spice, the word spice in French is épicé. That's where we got the name from, which probably sounds a bit nicer than spice skincare product because who wants to put spicy things on their face? So they had a lot of information on the website about how it was based in science, but how to use natural ingredients. The only reference I could find to any reason why it would be in French was a advanced technology from a Swiss laboratory, and part of Switzerland does speak French. I think this was mostly done to make it sound fancy, which is fine. Another thing that is of interest if you are vegan or cruelty-free is that this is made with no animal byproducts and not tested on animals. And in fact, their entire line of products has no animal byproducts and is not tested on animals. So it is vegan friendly. In terms of the products that they have 15 products overall. They are only skincare, no makeup. They have cleansers, serums, exfoliants, toners, moisturizers, masks, and products with SPF. They also had a part of the website that I was kind of interested in that was about a skin regimen. And what it appeared like was that it was a questionnaire they were going to ask and then give you information about how to use the products. They pointed out that a 18-year-old who lives in Florida is going to have different skincare needs than a 50-year-old who lives in Canada. So it seemed interesting. I clicked on my age range, but then it went into this whole area where you had to sign up, which I was actually going to do, but they wanted my phone number, they wanted my address, and I just wasn't comfortable putting all that information in for just getting a skincare regimen. So the full-size product of this is 5 ounces, and this is 1 ounce. So however long this lasts me for, a regular product would last 5 times as long. It is $27 for a full-size product, which would make the value of this sample here $5.40 American. In looking at the information on the website about the product itself, it kind of seems to be promising a lot or something for everyone. So it describes it as optimal for all skin types, that it's a gentle skin toner with a cool, refreshing feeling that hydrates the skin and reduces inflammation. This moisture-rich formula utilizes a variety of natural fruit enzymes for healing dry, blemish, damaged, or agitated skin. It is also used to help with uneven pigmentation while removing any residual traces of cleaner or debris that may be left on the skin. It says the benefits are that it gently removes excess oil and environmental debris, contains soothing anti-inflammatory agents such as aloe, kiwi, fruit, and golden seal, uses mandelic acid to gently exfoliate the skin, helps unclog pores with a mild alpha hydroxy acid, great for persons with acne-prone skin. So, it seems like it's good if you need moisture, if you're acne prone, if you're red, if you're dry. It seems that they promise everything, which makes me a little skeptical because I feel like it needs to be a bit more specialized than that, but we will see. What I'm going to do now is take off my makeup, get my face cleaned, and then I will show you my skin up close so we can see a bit of a before and explain what some of my issues are so that when I start using the product and do some check-ins, we can see whether it is doing anything and addressing any of my issues. See you in a moment. I'm back from washing my face. So my current skincare routine is that I have a mild cleanser that I use in the morning, and I use that for a minute on my face. And then in the morning, I will use a moisturizer that has some retinol A in it. That's a daytime cream, so it also has some SPF. In the evening, I will either use that gentle cleanser again after removing my makeup with a makeup remover. And I will either use that gentle cleanser, or sometimes I'll use one that's a little bit stronger. It's a Nip and Fab one. And I kind of like to alternate between those. In the nighttime, I'll use a moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, so that it attracts even more moisture to my face. I do not use a toner right now. I also don't use serums or beauty oils. I'm interested in learning more about it, and hopefully testing some more when I get them in my box. But for now, I am going to get really up close and personal and show you my skin. I am a freckly one, and I have a few areas of my face. So I do tend to get a bit greasy during the day. I have pores. I have some redness. I have texture on my skin from when I was a teenager and had cystic acne, and that left some scarring. I tend to get pimples still along here. You can see a little bit there. And then I have some redness there. And I do have some concern of wrinkles, a little bit here, a little bit here, and especially my smile lines here. And when my mouth is relaxed, it tends to get wrinkly there. So I have all kinds of fun going on. So let's stay in close, and I will read how to use the product and then put it on. And I'm going to use it on this half of my face so that we can really compare with the product and without the product. So for directions, it says, after cleansing with hydrating facial cleanser, moisten a cotton pad with a small amount of restorative toner. Apply in an upward and outward stroke pattern over the face and neck. For best results, use daily to enhance the skin tone. Follow with daily facial sunscreen in the morning or rejuvenating facial night cream at bedtime. I'm going to use my regular products. So let me grab a cotton pad and we will see our first impression and try it on my face. Okay, so in opening this up, it has sort of an alcohol smell, and I've just got a little Joe Fresh, which is Canadian brand, cotton pad. I'm gonna start here because it's more of my problem area. So my camera does this blur thing, which is really nice when you're trying to look nice, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn that off. It turned me a little bit red for a moment, but then seems to have gone away. There's a little darkness on here. I think I got most of my makeup off and cleaned pretty well. It feels like alcohol drying down on my face right now. So what I'm gonna do is do that every day, twice a day, as part of my routine, and I'll do some check-ins and see if there's anything going on with my face. Basically what I want to see is, does it do anything, because I'm not going to spend the money to buy a product, and I don't want you to spend the money to buy a product if it does nothing. Does it make my face go crazy? If so, I don't want it. Or does it do something amazing and I want to make it a regular part of my routine? The 1 week mark of testing out the Épicé Toner, I thought I would show you my skin at this point and give you a few thoughts about using the product up to this point. I've been using the toner on this side of my face. If we start with my forehead, I've had some texture just in the last day. And actually it looks now like there's a couple spots on the side where I was using the toner. Yesterday, I had a couple spots here and this was clear. It looks maybe a little bit like the pores are a little better on the side with the toner than the side without. It's really hard to tell. You can see on my chin that the few spots are on the side without the toner. At this point, it's hard to make a call, but we're only 1 week in. I mean, I need at least 3 weeks, probably a month, maybe up to 12 weeks to really tell. I can tell you that it has not done anything harsh for my skin. I know one of my worries when I start using a new product is that I'm gonna break out, or it's gonna make me super dry or super oily. It hasn't done any of that. If anything, I sort of look at it and think, is this doing anything? Which, I mean, isn't great because I'm not gonna spend my money on it if it's not doing anything, but it also hasn't done anything harsh or crazy to my face, which is usually one of my worries. I will do another check-in in about a week. It is now my week 2 update on the Épicé toner. It's gonna be very similar to week 1. I don't see a huge difference so far. I'm gonna zoom you in to take a look and we will look together. On my forehead, you can see maybe it's helped a little bit with texture. I don't really see any spots on this side, whereas there's a few spots on the non-toner side. This is the side with the toner. On the cheeks, there's maybe a little bit of smaller pores on the side with the toner than without. And I don't see much of a difference at all on my chin. I will be back to update you in about another week. It has been 3 weeks now of using the Épicé toner, both morning and night, on this half of my face, and we're going to do a zoom in and check up on my face and the difference that it's making. It might be hard to tell looking at it through the camera, but I do feel like there is a difference, a positive difference, in the texture of my skin on the side where I've been using the toner versus the side where I've not been. There's a number more small raised bumps on this side. They're not red or anything, but it's a little bit bumpier on this side versus the side where I was using the toner. If I move down to my cheeks, again, I have to look very closely, and this may just be me looking for a difference, but I feel that I can see the pores being a little bit minimized and tightened up a little bit on the side where I've been using the toner versus the side where I haven't been. And you can also see I have a few more pimples and things on the side where I've not been using the toner. This is the toner side. And this is the non-toner side. And finally, overall, I'm still getting some pimples and spots here and there, but I feel like I've been having more of them on this side of my face than on the side where I've been using toner. So I have to look closely to see a difference. It feels like it's a fine-tuning difference, but I do feel like I am seeing a positive difference on the side where I use the toner versus the side where I've not been. And I do think that if I had a chance to use this for longer than the sample, that I would see more of a difference, a positive difference on the side where I've been using the toner. I have been using the Épicé toner now for almost exactly 3 weeks, and I am finished the sample bottle. From the check-ins, you can see that it didn't make a huge difference, but I kind of like the difference that it made. If we think about the things that it promised to do in the original description, it talked about reducing redness, reducing acne, reducing fine lines, minimizing pores, and moisturizing, all those kinds of things. I will tell you that I did not notice a difference in the moisture level in my skin, in the redness of one side of my face versus the other, or in the reduction of wrinkles or lines. What I did find is that you had to look very closely to see this, but I do feel that if you kept using this product, I might see more of a difference, is that the texture seemed to be nicer on the side of my face, of my skin, where I was using the toner. There seemed to be a few more bumps and texture on the side where I wasn't using it. I did find that when I was getting breakouts, like this, it was happening on the side of my face where I was not using the toner. So I do think it makes a difference in keeping your pores unclogged and minimizing acne. Maybe not minimizing, but reducing acne. And maybe I'm just seeing this because I'm looking for it, but I feel like I see a difference in the size and noticeability of pores on the side of my face where I was using the Épicé toner. I would consider buying this product. And part of that is because I do feel that it is a good value. I had 1 ounce of product and it was 3 weeks that I used it for. The product itself, which retails for $27, has 5 ounces of product in it, which means it would last you for 3 to 4 months if you were using it twice a day like I was, which means you would need 3 to 4 bottles a year. And the price of the toner is $27, so it's maybe a little bit higher than things you would get at the drugstore in some of your cheaper product lines, but I feel like it is less expensive than things that you would buy at, say, Sephora or in more high-end ranges. I was also pleased to see when I went to the website, which has been completely redesigned from when I started doing this test 3 weeks ago. I mentioned at the start of this the whole thing about the website having a place that you could go to get personalized skin suggestions, but you had to sign up for this whole thing. That's not even there anymore. They do offer more information about the ingredients in each product and what it's supposed to do, both the more medical sounding ones and the natural sounding ones. They didn't immediately say if they shipped to Canada or not. So they did say if you ordered over $50 worth of product that shipping was free. So first of all, I went in and tried to ship to Canada, and it was shipping to Canada with a $5 to $6 shipping charge. But if I ordered over $50 of product, it also seemed to be free shipping to Canada, which is pretty amazing. There's one thing that I'm going to mention that I find a little bit hypocritical on the website is that they, in their facts section, one of the questions is, do you send out samples? And the answer is, we do not, because we don't feel that a sample size provides you enough product to see if it's really going to make a difference for your skin, because they say it takes a month for a product to show that it's making a difference. This is a sample size, and you sent this out, and when you go to the restorative toner page, it talks about how it was in the Ipsy bag and gives all these great reviews. So on the one hand, you say you don't use samples, on the other hand, you're putting them out in subscription bags. So I think after I've been looking through all the products that came in my BoxyCharm and Ipsy boxes this month, I actually really appreciate it. The information that they gave me on their website, how everything is laid out, their information about the founder of the line, what ingredients were in it. It's all very well organized and actually seems like there's a lot of thought put behind the products. I think I might consider buying this toner via mail order from the company, because I really feel like if I used it for a significant amount of time, I would see a difference in the texture and the level of acne and the pore size in my skin, and that's kind of what you're looking for in a toner. It did not dry me out in any way whatsoever. It felt very nice. It never felt sticky on the skin. It didn't feel like greasy afterwards or anything like that, like some other toners that I've used. I think it's a good product. I don't think it makes a huge difference, although it could be if you used it for a month or more, you would see a huge difference. So I would say that if you are looking at where to spend your money on skincare, maybe if your funds are limited, don't go for a toner that makes a minimal difference. Your cleanser and your moisturizer are going to make more of a difference, in my opinion, than a toner. So if you have those things nailed down, that is going to be more of a help than a toner that sort of just tweaks a little bit your skincare regimen. That is everything that I have to say for now about this product. I was happy to receive it in my Ipsy bag this month, and I have now reviewed all of the Ipsy and BoxyCharm products that I received in my September boxes and bags. So I will link all of those below for you to go and see. And thank you so much for watching this. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you have any suggestions or questions or comments, leave me a comment. I would love to have it. And have a great day. Thanks so much.